Is it life? Or that's just the way things were meant to go? It's hard to move on sometimes when you don't see any hope coming, or when you don't see any help coming from the sky. But just like the truth, it will always come out. Just like a caterpillar, it will always have its way to being a butterfly. But I heard a wise man say, a car doesn't know it's a car, but only the man who made it knows what it was meant to do. And I guess it's just the same with us and God.
This part of life is a part where one as an individual has to take a step forward. Even if it's that one little step, well, that's enough for God, because His job is to do the rest. Remember? So don't just stay there. I think most of us do actually stay there. I think we do. In fact, I know we do, because I've actually been there myself. You see, a lot of us face different challenges in life. Not all of us gets our hearts broken from our loved ones. It could be your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, or maybe failing at one point in your life, having a life breakdown. I mean, it could be anything. It could be losing your loved one through death situations. Yeah, I know I'm saying it like it is an easy thing to overcome. But listen, here's the gospel. In Exodus 14:15, the gospel says, when the Lord commanded the Israelites that they go forward. Wait, did I mention the word forward? Because that's exactly what we don't do whenever you come across tough situations. You see, this reminds me of how a car is created. A car is built on 4 wheels: the body, the front windscreen, and the rear windscreen. Well, that's just the basics. You see, the whole point of a car is its movement, moving from point A to B. It would be pointless if its goal was to move backwards. Even though it can, but that's not what it does most of the time. You see, here's my point. A car is no different to a human being. We've got legs, the body, and the eyes. But the only difference is that we only have eyes in front of us. And that tells me that if God really wanted us to keep looking back at our past each time we stumble, He would have given us eyes from the back of our heads. But instead, He gave us eyes in front of us so we can be able to keep moving forward and looking forward. And one of the best ways is to look up at His face. Despite the situation you are facing, keep looking at Him. So here's what it is. The only way a car can be driven into its destination, where it is actually meant to go, really depends on the driver. Whether it is a responsible driver with purpose or a drunk driver acting cool. Because with Jesus, your car could never be found moving backwards or involved in an accident. Well, the question is, who's driving your car? Come to me. That's what Jesus is saying. Despite the kind of person you may be, come to me. That's what He's saying. Despite the pain you might be going through, despite your addictions, despite your committed sins, and despite your past hurts and pains, come to me. That's what Jesus is saying. The question is, what are you saying?
Action.
I think. Did I say it right?
Cut that again.
Oh, I think we're going to do
Action.
This one.
Action.
because the whole point of it, it would be cut.